Hey everybody, it's Master Gallengeist here, bringing you my review for Falcon issue 4, and this was a pretty good issue. The main bulk of it dealt with getting Sam's soul out of hell, and all the stuff that was kind of surrounding it. So, we kind of see in the beginning that Patriot is talking to his mom because he's, of course, freaking out over everything that's going on. He was just learning the superhero ropes when he's roped into the supernatural aspects that you need some kind of different training for than what he has been receiving as Patriot. But his mom's talking him into it and giving him a pep talk saying that, well, you kind of have to be Sam's hero now to help him out. And of course, we then see Sam's soul getting guided through hell by Matt Hawk, the two-gun kid. And I don't know how he ended up there in hell and all that stuff, because I haven't followed his character very much, but I was like, oh, okay, so he's in hell with Mephisto's realm. He's walking through, and they're kind of like talking about why this place exists, and like, why would God let a place like this exist and everything? And that's going, well, we all have made our choices. These are the choices that we had to deal with. Sometimes how we view ourselves isn't the truth of it. I was an Avenger. I thought I was doing good, but of course, he ended up here, and his one friend ended up into the light. And, of course, he takes him to meet Mephisto, and he's like, Mephisto knows about what Blackheart is doing. So he's like, well, you know that I don't need to be here. He's like, oh no, you're going to be here forever. And they pretty much take him off to be tortured. So, then we get into what Dr. Voodoo's doing. And, of course, he is gone to procure the help of Damon Hellstrom. And I like how all this stuff is kind of like just converging, because we've seen everybody kind of working together in Spirits of Vengeance, and he even references, oh, why haven't you gone to Doctor Strange? And Dr. Voodoo goes, well, he's kind of indisposed at the moment. And I like how that stuff's kind of really kind of lining up with what we've been seeing in other comics. So Dr. Voodoo is able to procure Damon's help in their endeavor to get Sam out of hell. So we then get back to what's going on in the streets. And Blackheart and Dre have decided to go up against pretty much the National Guard. But of course, Patriot has enlisted the help of Joaquin, the other Phoenix, which they even make a pretty good run of. Easily, Joaquin goes, I really wish Sam had given me a heads up. Now I gotta come up with like another code name. And of course, him bouncing off with the Patriot. I kind of would like Joaquin to make some more appearances in the Falcon, because I really kind of liked Joaquin and Patriot just bouncing off of each other. They have a nice chemistry with what they were doing here, just making sure that Dre's gang did as minimal damage as possible to the National Guard, as they told the National Guard to kind of get out, because it was just getting into a bloodbath scenario. The only con that I would have is we don't have much movement on Blackheart's next endgame steps, but it's kind of more important that they're focusing on Sam and getting him back into the action before they kind of go on with that. So they get back, and Damon and Dr. Voodoo pretty much come up with their idea. They're going, okay, we gotta hone in on his soul, and they're asking why it would be in there, and they figure out that maybe he hasn't sinned against anybody else, but he doesn't know who he is. He's conflicted. He's got like cognitive dissonance because of what happened with the Cosmic Cube and Steve Rogers. He followed Steve Rogers, but this evil Steve Rogers did all these evil things. And he can't reconcile that he followed a person that could do these kinds of things, even though it's not the same person. And we get that going into the hell scenario, where we see Sam being tortured, seeing his father and other people close to him questioning his choices and all that. We see the two Steves and some other people that were important to Sam just kind of knocking him and all that, and asking who he is. And that's, of course, at the big point where Dr. Voodoo comes up saying, you have to answer this question, Sam. And that's the only way you can get out of here. And then, of course, Sam's trying to list off all these things, but he's going, Dr. Voodoo's going, no, these are aspects of you. Who are you? And he finally comes up that he's Sam Wilson, that he was Captain America, that he's the Falcon, and that he's going to chart his own path. and saying that Steve Rogers is his brother and that he has his own story, kind of reconciling the fact of everything that happened with Hydra Steve and Good Steve at the end of Secret Empire, and making peace with the rest of his ghosts and eventually his father, and how his father said that he's proud of what he's done, and of course Dr. Voodoo's able to lead him out. Damon is able to hold off Mephisto long enough to have the Patriot act as the anchor point to grab Sam's soul and lead it back to his body. And Dr. Voodoo's telling him that he has to be the one to do this. He needs to banish all kind of fear and doubts that he's had. And he's like, alright, I do. And this is a big moment for him. This is kind of his team aspect, and make sure that he understands what it is to be a hero and that what it means to have somebody else be a hero to you. Because going throughout this whole issue, he's going, I don't know if I can do this. But of course everybody's going, well, Sam Wilson's your hero, right? Yeah, and I don't know what I'd do without him. Well, then you've got to be his hero for him as well, which he accomplishes in this moment by grabbing his soul and they get it back to his body. And then, of course, they go, hey, Sam, are you alright? Can we get you anything? And he goes, yeah, Blackheart. So Sam is ready to get back in the fight, and it's interesting to see what Blackheart's next kind of moves are going to be and how Sam is going to be able to counteract them, because now he's got Dr. Voodoo on his side, kind of in a better position than he was. And he's got Joaquin and he's got Patriot, so he can do a better kind of approach, since it was better than just going in with a Dr. Voodoo who was kind of behind the scenes with himself and the Patriot in the forefront. Now they can more effectively figure out how to take down Blackheart's plans. So I'm really looking forward to that. So those are my opinions on the issue. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, if you agree with me, if you disagree with me. Also like and subscribe, and I hope you have a good day.